Hello, good people. Welcome to my today's tutorial. So today we have a financial data set, and our main goal here is to format it and make it look nice so that we can send it to the management team. Suppose by the end of the week. So this data require or this task requires the same steps weekly every week. So we are going to use macros to help us automate the process. Step one, if you don't have this developer tool where we have the macros tools, right click on the on where my cursor is, that's the ribbon, then Excel ribbon, then go to customize the ribbon, click on it, then if it is not added on your right window panel or on the main tabs panel, add scroll down, get to developer, then add it to the menu tab panel. Then if it is not checked, check on it, check on the checkbox, then click OK. It will be added. Once it is added, then we select step 2, select or click on record macro. So the reason why we are recording macro is to help us capture all the commands we perform into the macro so that we can play this again and again, okay? So that we don't repeat the previous processes in each and every worksheet that we'll be working on and sharing with the management team weekly, okay? So click on it, then the record macro panel window will pop up, then rename it format, okay? Then click OK. So once you click OK, it will start recording all the formatting that you will do to the dataset, or that will be done on the dataset or to our Excel data. So format this, highlight it, and let's merge it at the center. Change the background color, give the font color, then bold it. Perfect. Highlight the column headers, then give a background color, then you can bold the text. Okay, once that is done, now we are going to present our data in a chart. So what then the next step or the next procedure is to add a chart. Okay, so for us to be able to add a chart, remember we are not going to add every column on our chart, but only part of our data is going to be presented in a chart. So control shift down arrow, control shift right arrow, then we click on insert, then we insert combo chart. Select on the first one. Once it is inserted, do away with the title. If you want to retain and add your title, you can do so. Then we go back to developer and we stop. Okay, perfect. We formatted our data. So week 2, we want to share week 2 data. Go back to the previous data of week 2, highlight the data, copy, then bring it to the shared worksheet and paste it. Ensure that your data is your text can be seen. Enlarge a little bit. Perfect. So our texts are visible. Once they are visible, you go to insert, then you insert a button. Okay, so insert a button. So the button that we are going to insert, we need to assign it the macro that we had created. Okay, so our macro that we had created here is format, then okay, click OK, then rename. Let's rename our button format, 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 enter, sorry, format, then click out. Once that is done, then click on it once more. There we go. We have our data automatically formatted for us, automatically. So that's a good thing and a good way to format your data. So our weekly data, our second week data is well formatted and nicely formatted. But now we want to put emphasis, or we want to emphasize on on the data. So how do we emphasize on the data so that we can be able to highlight a section of the data to emphasize on it, so that our managers can be able to see that this data needs kind of attention, or needs kind of more information needs to be added to that data. So we are going to create a new macro. Click click on new cell, then click on record macro, then we give it a name, highlight, highlight, then click OK. Once that is done, we format our cell. Now we give it a background color, then gray, then we right click on it, then we format, go to format cell, then we create the top border and the bottom border, then we click OK. But because we want to bring that aspect of emphasis, or the aspect of to emphasize, we want to put emphasis on part of the data, then we click on Control plus B, so that that is done. Then we go to developer, then we stop our macro, then we come to insert. Okay, we come to insert, then we insert a new button. Okay, draw your new button there, then your new button now will be, we assign it to the second macro that we had created, then we click OK. Once you click OK, you rename your button. Okay, rename your button as highlight, highlight. Okay, click out. So we want to highlight what we want to emphasize on in our data, then we click on it, highlight. Once you highlight, then you click on the button, our second button, highlight. Boom, there we go. We have a section of data highlighted and emphasized. Okay, so if you love this video, if this video is of help, kindly comment down below, share with your friends. If you're new to my channel, subscribe. Click on the subscription button below and you will always get notification whenever I post a video. Moreover, if you want to save your file, you've done everything and you want to save this file, you will save it in a different format. So go to File, go to Save, then click on your desktop where you want to save it. But now the save type here will change. So you will not save it as a Excel workbook, but now you will save it as Excel macro enable workbook. Okay. Then you save it as learn Excel macro. Then you save it. Done. It is saved. That's how to go about it. See you in the next video.